lead into my next topic. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another edition of Am I Valid? For those unfamiliar, Am I Valid is a section of the stream where I show off what I got this week. I've been doing comic books more than ever because comic books are cheaper than fucking vinyls. I haven't been to the record store in a while. And I got a bunch of pickups this week. This week was very valid. This week was a lot of good pickups. So if you want some recommendations on what I'm reading, let's talk about it before we get on the game, because it's already late as shit. And as I promised, if you were not in the stream earlier, I will clip this part and upload it to Hokage Highlights so you can find it from now on. All right, so here's what I picked up this week. And fun fact, because usually I'll come back and tell you after I read randomly in the stream what I think of something. This is the first time where I've read 90% of what I bought yesterday. I had a really... I'm getting in my reading bag, chat. I'm getting in my reading bag. Yesterday, I wasn't feeling the best, so I was like, let me catch up on my reading. So I read most of this shit already. I'm going to tell you what I think. Yeah, it's time for a tax write-off, baby. One of the things I didn't read, though, and I'm not going to lie, I did not go to the store for this. This was an impulse buy, and this is why you got to keep me out the fucking comic book store. For those unaware, this is a DC thing. I think Marvel is going to copy them in the next year or two, because from my understanding, this is DC's best-selling product right now. DC in the last couple of years has come out with a new type of printing. They basically copied manga's format. So the books are like kind of the same size, and a new one just dropped for Static's 2021 run. Somebody in the chat was telling me I should read it. His last run was in 2021. They just released one yesterday. What up, Tattles? So I copped this paperback of Static run from 2021. I'm not gonna lie, I understand why they're popular. I'm not gonna lie, the singles can get expensive. They add up. And you're only getting 1 to 3 chapters if it's a big book, maybe even 4. But with these 10 book, this is $10. I think you get like the first 13 chapters or something like that. For $10, yeah, they're cheap, compact. You can take them on the go. So if you don't care about collecting, you just want to read and you want to support art, I'm not gonna lie, I understand why these are popular, and they got this for everything. This one dropped yesterday. They got Batman ones, Green Lantern, all that shit, bro. What's the name of the book? This one's called Static Season 1. It just came out yesterday. It's $10. I'm probably gonna save this for the next flight I catch. I'm not gonna read this for a while. I'm probably gonna put that on the thing, and when I get a chance. You said, oh shit. So if you collect manga and you want to keep your manga shelves tidy, check out DC's Compact books. All right, here's what I got this week for the singles. First things first, new series #1 drop, Justice League versus Godzilla versus King Kong, number 2. So this is the second time they've done this story. This is the #1. I did not read the first time they fought it, but it's a battle royale, the Justice League fighting between the big ass monsters. I'll rate this one. It's just a setup story, but you do get a lot of action, and if you didn't read the first one, you could follow this one perfectly fine. I say it's like a 7 or 8. It's pretty fun so far. Yeah, these niggas fighting everybody. This one's fun. I'm enjoying it. I will keep reading this. This one's fun. It's worth picking up, I think. The next one, this is a one-off. I don't know if you want a budget. I don't know if I'd recommend buying this one. Especially because when I got to the end of this one, at the end there was an advertisement that said that they're gonna release one of these. Like they're gonna release a trade paperback of this basically with all the one-offs. Because I bought last week's The Hulk vs. Doctor Strange. This week, Ghost Rider vs. Galactus dropped. I read this one. It's a fun read, but is it worth how much this shit costs? Is it worth $5? I don't know. Like, unless you really want to collect it, Galactus versus Ghost Rider, I don't know. I'd say, I'm thinking about making that alleged Discord for my subscribers only. You might want to find a alleged if you just want to read it. The first half of the book is fun, but then I didn't like how this book ended, especially because they set it up like it was going to be some big fight. I don't want to spoil it, but I didn't like how the book ended. So I was like, it's okay. But which Ghost Rider specifically? The original, because the book takes place in the 70s. It literally starts off the opening panel. Whoever's the original one in the 70s, he's talking to Ben. I came in time. Type shit. Johnny. Yeah, Johnny's his name. That's my first time I've ever read anything Ghost Rider. I will say I do like Ghost Rider. He's a fucking asshole. That's why I said I liked the first half of that book, but the second half it kind of fell off because it kind of contradicts the first half. And it was like basically the book is pointless. That's why I didn't like the ending, and that's why I said I don't know if it's worth purchasing unless you just really want to collect the art. Find an alleged word. All right, this one I do recommend. So this is a new series, Imperial #1. This came out this week, Imperial #1. This is a new 6-issue limited run. This is basically a political space drama. Is this valid? Let me know. It's a political space drama. Worldbreaker Hulk's in this, as well as She-Hulk and the gang. Space Wakandans, the Kree, the Skrull, Nova's in this, and basically there's a conspiracy going on. It's a little slow in the first half. It's a little slow in the first half of the book. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think I was gonna like this, but it was because it's a lot of yapping in it. But in the second half of the book, it picks up, and I was like, okay, they were setting the tone. This book is fucking fire. I'm excited to see how the rest of this turns out. And also, according to my app, and the reason I picked it up is it said that this story is going to have big implications on the Marvel cosmic timeline. Apparently, it's going to change everything in Marvel because it's like all the space people going at it. Imperial War is the same as Imperial that came out the same time. I got the Black Panther one. Nah, I don't know what you're talking about. This one's just called Imperial, I think. I wanted to pick it up. I like it. It's a fire book, and this is a thick book, by the way. How much does one cost? It costs $6, but it's like 4 chapters. It's a thick book. It's like 4 chapters. It's a meaty read. It's a meaty read. Aki lurking. He's always lurking. Next I got for you another #1 that dropped this week. New series. If you are a Spider-Man fan, Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion. This one stars Miles Morales. The story is his sister gets sucked into another universe. It's some multiverse shit. He ends up in another universe with, I don't know which Earth it is. It's like a million of them. But in this universe, there's this Peter Parker, he's new. So Miles is more talented and more experienced than this Peter Parker. And he's trying to find his sister as well as who transported him. It's like this whole mystery thing going on. There's also a new Venom in this book. I don't want to spoil who it is. It's kind of funny. But I like it. I'm gonna keep reading it. It's only 6 issues, I believe. This is another limited series. So if you like Spider-Man, this series just started this week. I recommend it. So is this series about Miles now? In the Ultimate Universe, yes. This is Earth 2 type shit. Earth 2 type shit. This is the final. The next one is the final issue. For those unaware, Naruto and Ninja Turtles have a collab series going on. This is the 4th and final issue. It came out yesterday. I finished reading this.
Holy shit.
So I've read all 4 chapters.
Resubbed.
Yo, shout out to Big D Marksman. I've read all 4 chapters. As a whole, I rate the series at 8 out of 10. I think it's for kids, so if you accept it for that. I think the first 3 books are better. I didn't like the way this ended. The ending was kind of anticlimactic, but the first 3 books were fire. For the most part, this book was good. It's just like the second half, I felt like, it was kind of anticlimactic. Then I had to dial it back, and then I realized, I was like, I think this is more for kids. Because on the timeline, this takes place when Naruto's still a kid. It's not Shippuden. Not a bad ending. It was just kind of lackluster. It didn't make me feel anything. Versus the last book I'm going to talk about on this list, it made me feel something. I felt like it could have had oomph. That being said, I don't think it'll happen. But I think it's worth being animated. It was still a fun read. If you don't want to buy this, like all 4 issues, I know later in October of 2025, they're releasing a trade paperback. So you can get all 4 in this book for like $10. So if you want to wait, I recommend this. You can pre-order it on Amazon right now. I know because I pre-ordered it because I liked it. So if you want to buy the paperback, you can. I would say just wait for the paperback. If you don't care about collecting, because the first book's already worth $20. It's worth money. It's hard to find. Just read it online. Allegedly, I don't know what you're talking about. He said, whoa, what's the word on word to come, TBH? What are you talking about? Ultimate Miles is going to be fire. Type shit. I'm not going to lie. This one I didn't read. I only bought it because I'm not going to lie. I don't know if I am going to read this because I'm already 22 issues behind. But Daredevil number 22, he has a new series going out. I bought this one because it's the first appearance of a new villain. Saying something. I don't know, bro. Well, let me look at my app, bro. I just bought it to be safe. It's a key issue, first appearance of a new villain, so I was like, fuck it, let me cop it just to, let me see. He talking about the strain title? The first appearance of Lion's Mane. That's why I copped it, just to be safe. I heard this run wasn't good. Yeah, I'm already reading Daredevil, Cold Day in Hell. I'm not reading this shit. I just bought it to be safe. It's a new Marvel villain. Fuck it. You never know. The nigga might end up in a TV show or a movie. I had to, just to be safe, I had to cop it. Okay, TBH, Marvel's Ultimate versus DC's Absolute. Which do you recommend? Well, I've read multiple Absolute books already. Which, by the way, Absolute Batman comes out next week. Absolute Batman #9, so I'm excited about that. I've only read one Ultimate, and that was the Miles Morales, the new one that just came out yesterday. That's my first one. So me personally, I'm gonna recommend Absolute over Ultimate just because I read more. But speaking of Absolute, I copped Absolute Batman #8. This is the new one. This is the start. If you want a good jumping on point, if you're interested in the Absolute universe. From my understanding, this is a good jumping in point. I haven't read this one because I was reading other stuff. This weekend or next, I'm going to catch up on this as well as the other Absolutes I need to catch up on. But I copped this because this is the first appearance of Absolute Raja Ghul. But if you're interested in this, from what I read, this is a good jumping on point because this is chapter 8 is the start of a new arc. So it's up to you if you want to read it or not. But I just copped it because Raja Ghul's first Absolute Raja Ghul. Started Absolute Green Lantern. Yeah, I last weekend I started Absolute Martian Manhunter. It's fire. I'm enjoying it. And I'm caught up on Batman as well. So I'm caught up on 2. So this weekend I'm either going to read Superman or Wonder Woman because there's a lot. That ain't Batman. Why the fuck you lying? I'm being dead ass, bruh. I mean, you realize that characters can appear in different. What are you talking about, bro? I just showed you a book where the Shredder fights Naruto, and you're like, Raja Ghul can't be fighting fucking Superman. It's all fucking DC. What are you talking about, dog? But anyways, yeah, Martian Manhunter's tripping. Last but not least, the book everybody's talking about this week. Marvel Knights, The World to Come.
Someone just resubbed.
Yo, shout out. I put a tweet out about this one. I read this one. So for those unaware, Marvel Knights is Marvel's imprint. It's its R-rated imprint, meaning the books are more bloody, more mature, more adult. They haven't done one in a while. This is the first one they've done in a while. This cover's nasty. This is the variant cover, 1 in 100. They had it at my this is not the regular cover. The regular color is in color. It's in color. I copped the variant because it's rare. So it's a little bit more pricey, but this is a new Black Panther series. If you are fans of Black Panther, this is a new series. It's hard for me to talk about this book without spoiling it. So it's up to, I got that poly bag too. I had to get the poly bag. I'm going to ask y'all, do you want a synopsis without the spoiler? Or do you want me to talk about it with the spoiler? I won't go into super detail if I say the spoiler, but I can tell you why people talking about it, bro. You said, nah, spoil this. All right. He said, I've been spoiled. Spoiler, just do it. Let's hear it. Most people are saying, hey, y'all better close the stream. All right. The reason everybody's talking about it is because the Black Panther might become a white man, chat. When I tell you the last page of that book made me go. I was like, oh my God. Wakanda's getting colonized. I was in utter shock. So let me explain to you the story. I don't believe this is canon. It's just an alternate timeline type of story. It's a 6-issue limited run, but in this, T'Challa is older and his mom is pressuring him to have kids so that they can continue the bloodline. So then he says he wants somebody that's not influenced by the politics of Wakanda. And this is the part that confuses me. I understand that. He wanted somebody who thought differently than the traditional Wakanda. So my thing is, why not go to Nigeria? Go to Ethiopia? Go to South Africa? Anywhere in Africa. This nigga said no. He went and fucked a white woman in America. Well, they met like in Paris. Abandons the child or some shit. I don't know. The kid comes back to challenge him for the throne. And T'Challa loses. Oh my lord. T'Challa loses. Because he's older. He lost. He lost. He fucking lost. Yo, shout out to a dude with the $5 super chat. So T'Challa's older. The boy comes back to challenge him to take the throne. And let me show y'all the final. I'm gonna just show y'all because I'm leaving details out because there was some shit in there about Storm too. I'm like, what the fuck, bruh? What the fuck? I'm gonna show y'all the final panel, bruh. The shit that's crazy. So technically, the boy, T'Challa's son, is mixed. He's half black, half white, right? But he looks like Logic. Oh my god, hold up. Let's see. Final panel in the world to come. Oh wait, what's let me see his name. I think it was Katame or something. How you say his name? Yeah, there it is. You said, ain't no way. This is what he looks like. Let me see if I can get a full. That's the final panel right there. So that's the final panel in the book. I said, oh my God, bruh. This nigga looked like Aquaman, bruh. He looked like fucking Aquaman. So the whole internet's talking about this shit. And I'm like, where? And listen, I'm hurt, but I am intrigued. Because fuck it, we're already there. Where are we going with it? This is, for those unaware, Black Panther is my favorite superhero. And just I hate to be like an elitist, but Black Panther was my favorite superhero before the MCU. Like, I always liked him. I knew about this character before the fucking movies. So I'm like, oh shit. But like, people love to make the race swap arguments. Oh, how would you feel? How would you feel if they turned one of the black characters white? And for me, my answer has always been it's contextual, right? The reason why Spider-Man can be black is because Spider-Man is a mantle. Even oh boy, but that passed away. Damn. He said that he made Spider-Man masked so that you can imagine yourself as him. You said definitely intrigued. What's his name? He said he don't even look like Stan Lee. Yeah, Stan Lee. So for me, it depends on how they do it. Like, anybody can be Spider-Man. It's fascinating to me that people will go watch Into the Spider-Verse, right? They'll see there's a universe with a million different Spider-Mans and then get upset that there's one black Spider-Man. It's a million white Spider-Mans and one Miles Morales, and nigga said. So for me, the race swapping thing, it's contextual. If it makes sense for the character, it doesn't bother me. The reason why I've always, because people always, what did they make Black Panther white? The reason why I always said you can't make Black Panther white is because contextually, the character's ethnicity is tied directly to the character. He's from Wakanda. But I give it to him. And this is why I said I'm intrigued. They found a way. And that's why I'm not 100% mad, because it is contextual. He is half Wakandan and he is half American. It's just the nigga look like Logic. My gut, so I'm gonna let this pass. Also, it's not canon. I'm curious to see. My gut tells me this nigga gonna die. I don't see him actually sitting on the throne, because in this version of the universe, the world is on fire. Like, everybody's at war. Wakanda's been like destabilized and shit like that. That's why his mom was encouraging them to have kids, because the world is not in a good place right now. I just don't see a world where he sits on the throne. I could see him dying. I don't believe this shit, bro. But even if it happens, it is contextual. You say, yeah, T'Challa fucked up. It doesn't make sense to me in the sense of the character either. Like, you went to America to fuck. Your sub is cool, but honestly, there's only. How you feel about Professor Snape being black? And that's Sonic's who? BBC. I don't even know who that is, and I'm not gonna Google that. That should sound weird. That's like a porn star. Yo, shout out to Black Panda with the sub. Appreciate it. There's even a panel in the book where the woman that was pregnant, she's looking at a statue of Storm, and she's like, I don't know if you can ever live up to her. Like, bitch, you can. She's like, can you take that statue down? I'm like, oh my God, you're colonizing Wakanda. From Harry Potter. I don't watch Harry Potter. But yeah, I don't want to spoil the rest. It's read it. Even, I'm not gonna lie, it's worth buying. It's worth buying. But even if I might have to start that Discord. Read it. It's a good book. It's very interesting. I'm interested. I will be keeping up with that shit, bro. What if he survives and we get the Pale Panther? The Pale Panther. T'Challa could at least went to Puerto Rico. Yeah, that's the part I'm trying to wrap my head around. I'm like, why did you go to America and mess with the white woman? I didn't understand that part. You could have did with anybody. That made me that's why last night I put out this tweet, because I had just got done reading the book. I was just in disbelief at what I fucking read. Dr. Umar about to crash out. Dr. Umar about to crash out. So I know a lot of people. The reason I wanted to spoil that too a little bit too, because I see a lot of people saying they've been getting into reading again because of me. I'm trying to put y'all the interesting stories out there. There's some interesting shit out here, bro. They're putting out good books, and I know the comic book community is like struggling in terms of like sales. So like in my opinion, it's worth reading this shit. If you want a budget, buy them paperbacks, bro. You'll get a lot more bang for your buck. Wasn't there a White Panther or something like that? There was the White Wolf, I believe. I've been reading the Absolute Batman because of you. Next one come out. The next one come out. But yeah, that's what I'm reading this week. That's what I picked up. I'm pretty much caught up on everything. So I'm probably gonna start either Absolute Superman or Batman or Wonder Woman next. Until next week, we'll see what we're reading. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this edition of Am I Valid? But it's already late. We need to get on the game. I forgot about Flash. Yeah, I need to read Flash too. I'm not up on it yet.